So by now, everyone has heard of baked feta pasta. It's easy, it's delicious, there's a reason that it went viral, and today we are making a version of that, but with like way more fiber, and with Boursin cheese, which is so delicious. Okay, so first we have to prep our veg. Just gonna use half of the onion. Ribs and seeds out, stem off, and we're just going to cut this into strips, otherwise known as julienne. Once I have them all cut into strips, I like to just cut it in half once the other way. Makes it a little bit easier to eat. You can save this, you can add it in if you'd like. I like to just use the florets myself, but you do you. So I just want to chop it into bite-sized pieces, whatever that means for you. So I just kind of stick my knife in between the little florets and kind of wiggle, cut it off. All right, the veg is prepped. Let's move on to the next step. Here we are, next step. So we have this giant roasting pan. Normally, I would make baked feta pasta in a casserole dish, but because we're adding so many veggies and we're roasting them with the cheese in the oven, we want as much surface area as possible. So we have all of the veg. Lovely. We also have some cherry tomatoes. This is 12 ounces. We are going to add some olive oil, salt and pepper, and red pepper flake to this situation. Gotta be careful, I'm not that brave. So now we're just gonna use our hands and toss all of these veggies together so they get coated in all that olive oil and salt and pepper. We're gonna spread it all into a single even layer across the bottom, and we're gonna leave a little space in the center for the main event. So I actually have two different types of Boursin cheese. We've got the traditional, original, whatever, fine herb and garlic, and then I also have shallot and chive, which sounded delicious, and also they were out of this one. So, got one of these, one of these. How easy was that? So I'm just gonna give the tops of these cheeses a little drizzy drizz. Rub that on. Sensual. Okay, so this is now going into the oven at 400 degrees for about 35-40 minutes. I'm gonna kind of move the veg around halfway through cooking until everything is soft, a little caramelized, the cheese is all melty. Very excited. All right, so situation in the oven is almost done. So it's time to make some pasta. I found these adorable trumpet-shaped pastas called trumpets. So liberally salting pasta water, and by that I mean like 1 or 2 handfuls, depending on how much water you're using. And I'm just gonna add these babies in. How fun is this pot, by the way? Did you know you could cook in glass? Because who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Oh, all the cheese like melted together to become one. All right, so really simple. We're just gonna stir all of this up. We've got a few other things that we are going to add in here. So creamy. Okay, so I have some things. I have a lemon. We're gonna add the zest and the juice. Lemon zest in. Gonna add a whole lemon in here. Got a bunch of fresh basil. I tried to order more, but like most of it was bad, so I prefer to actually use more than this. And we've got some fresh parm. We've got some garlic, and I really hate chopping garlic, so I always use this press. I'm gonna use like a tablespoon, which ends up being anywhere between like 3 and 5 cloves. And we have some cannellini beans for extra protein and a ton more fiber. And we have our cutie pie trumpet pasta. Now we have some starchy pasta water that I've reserved. We also have some collagen that we're gonna add to it. And we're just gonna add this in. So colorful. Oh man, it's so good. All right, so the only thing that's left is to plate and eat. My favorite part. Add a little bit more parm on the top for good measure, because it's so pretty. And there you have it, baked Boursin pasta. All right, let's eat. Primavera and Provence. Yeah, that wasn't working, so old-fashioned way. Really make me work for it. Got my forking love you fork. So much good stuff in here. My mouth is watering like crazy. Cheers. Oh my God, it's so good. So many different things, right? Trying to get like a little bit of everything in one bite, kind of difficult. It's so fresh and citrusy and salty and creamy and tangy, a little spicy, so many things. It feels really light, but it packs so much. So good. I have loved Boursin pasta. Correction, cheese. Ever since I studied abroad in Paris in like 2007. I went over there for a whole month, and I thought Boursin cheese was just like this super French, hard to get thing. So of course, while I was there, we on many occasions went and got a baguette from the boulangerie, and then we went to the fromagerie and got cheese, and I always got Boursin cheese. And maybe it was even in just like the regular grocery store half the time that I got it, but every time I thought, wow, what an amazing French cheese that I probably can't get back in the US. And I would just go to the park, like next to the Eiffel Tower with my baguette and a whole thing of Boursin cheese, and I would just eat the whole thing. It was glorious. It was so good. What happy, happy memories those were. So delicious. I often love the texture of the beans. They add like a whole other layer of creaminess. I could just keep eating this. This pasta shape is interesting. I cooked it for a little bit less than the al dente time on the package said, and kind of started to fall apart. So I don't know. I feel like that happens with some of those like obscurely shaped noodles. Like great in theory until you cook them. So maybe I just need to like half cook it or something next time. It feels aggressive though. The lemon. The lemon. That basil, when you get some, it's just like this explosion of herbaceousness. A little sweet too. Cherry tomatoes are a little sweet. It really has everything. The salty, the sweet, the tang, the spice. All right, I feel like I've sold it enough for you. Oh, kitten. Baby. Man. Oh my goodness. Per usual, I will have the full recipe and the full nutrition information for you linked in the description of the video. It's on my website. I also put the micronutrient heroes, I call them, because most tracking apps and recipe plugins and everything, they don't include like every single micronutrient, which I find really disappointing, honestly. So I give you all of the micronutrients that my recipes are high in, so you can feel like extra good about eating them. I think this is gonna be my last bite, guys. I really went hard, fast, and now I'm slowing down. Fast. But I know a certain family that's excited to eat this for dinner tonight, so just one more. So flipping good. All right, guys. That's it for me. Thank you so much for joining. Again, everything is in the description of the video for you. I really hope you make it. It is so easy. It's perfect for this season. And it's just so delicious in so many ways. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day / night, and I will see you guys next time.